Welcome back to the JSFL. We're here at the podcast before week 11. We got the week 10 recap. We got the MVP race standings, playoff picture, top 10 receivers in the league in terms of yardage. So that's new. We got what special thing I was going to do today? I don't know, but I'll get to it. We got offense, defense, tops, everything here in the JSFL, and much more. And we go over week 11. I don't know if I said that, but there you go. Predictions. Bold predictions, maybe. We'll see. I'm usually bad at those, so. Yeah. Let's go over week 10. Recap. We got the Musicians at Power with a nice upset on the New Orleans Musicians, bringing their win streak. Well, they're now 7-3, so that would be a 6-game win streak for the Detroit Power, and they're really looking like they can do some damage in the playoffs. So, good job by the Detroit Power, and they're looking pretty good as the moment. Then you got the Gila Monsters diving a little bit into that power game. Their backup was in for a little bit. These guys couldn't really get going. Little didn't have that great of a game either. Castles, I think he did okay. But yeah, Power just were the better team, I guess. Gila Monsters at Enforcers. Enforcers with an upset, and they bring themselves to 5-5, putting the Gila Monsters on a 2-game loss streak, going from 7-1 to 7-3. And actually, we'll bring up a topic with that later. But yeah, Enforcers. I was calling them a good team last week. What do you know? I didn't expect them to win this game. And I thought they'd miss the playoffs, but they have a shot now. They have a real shot. So we'll see if they can finish off the year strong. But the Enforcers looking like they can do some damage. And with the Fishers losing, we thought they'd be the real contender to upset the Power. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, Enforcers win and get the upset. And Jones looking like he can make the top 10 for MVP. Not going to be the MVP, obviously, but he can make top 10. We got Natives at Gila Monsters at the other one. Wait, no. Whoops. Wrong week. We got the Gila. Wait. Gosh. We got the win at Natives. There you go. Kermit Poe showing 2 weeks, at least. I can't remember if he was dominant, but 2 weeks of dominance, and I'm thinking they're on a win streak now. I just can't remember of what. But the Natives looking like a big contender. Dude, they did that last year and got destroyed by Phoenix last year. So we'll see if they can carry that stuff into the playoffs. They're probably going to be they're a playoff team by now. So they clinched that. Yeah, they clinched a playoff spot. Who knows if it's going to be wild card or divisional. They still have 2 weeks to go against the Gila Monsters. Let's just go over the teams that clinched real quick. You got the Power. They clinched the division. The West isn't clinched, but Gila Monsters and Natives clinched the playoffs. Musicians clinched the South. East isn't clinched, but yeah, those are the clinched. We have 4 clinched teams in the playoffs, so 2 spots are up for grabs. And right now, the teams that have that are the Predators and Enforcers. So a little bit spoiler alert, but yeah, any team could still really grab those 2 spots. So there you go. Kerbo dominant beats the Wind. Not looking too great. They start 3-0. I believe 3-1 at least. So, what are they? 4-6. They are 1-5 in their last 6 games. So not looking good for the Wind to make the playoffs. So they went to the championship last year, and you see how bad their defense is with losing all those star pieces in free agency in the draft. So rough for Kansas City. But maybe they bounce back next year. Who knows? Got some pretty decent picks so far. Then you had week 10 Predators at Businessmen. The Predators with I thought we were gonna lose, but we won. Predators get the upset. I don't know if you can call that upset. They get the win. They got done. Hudson looked pretty good. 1-for-1 touchdown interception ratio. Burnett actually didn't look bad. I think he had 2 passing touchdowns. Just Predators were dominant when they needed to be, and that won the game. So good job, Predators. And they take the East now in the lead. Bats at Earthquake. They played each other earlier, and same in LA. Play each other again in LA. Bats get 2-0 against the Earthquake, and I think they're 3-0 in the franchise series because I think they played each other last year in LA again, and the Bats won. So I don't know what's with that. Bats always seem to beat the Earthquake, but yeah, Bats win. They still what are they 3-7? Yeah, they have a chance to make the playoffs still technically. They'd have to have some pretty 2 dominant games for me to put them above the Predators and Businessmen. But there is a shot for Charlotte to still be in the playoffs. So watch out, I guess. Earthquake, they're looking kind of rough. They'd have to have some pretty good games. Hopefully Houston and Minneapolis and some of those other teams get unlucky. Then you got the Wind at the Bats. Wait, oh, wrong week again. Whoops. You got the Pirates at Fishers with an upsetting win for Cleveland, and they're not relocated yet. They would have been relocated probably if they lost that game. So Cleveland staying in it, and the Fishers, I had them winning out the rest of the season, and they let me down here. So Fishers are they're in some jeopardy right now. They're putting the season playoffs on jeopardy, losing to Cleveland in the divisional battle. I know divisional battles are hard, but you really lost to Cleveland. I mean, they're okay, but they choke a lot, and they've got beaten a lot. And out of all the teams I could think that were 4-6, 5-5, to choke to the Cleveland Pirates, I would not think Minneapolis is number one. So, yeah, not good for the Fishers. But let's get into the league standings as we just talked about all of these teams. We'll go briefly over that because we have some other stuff to cover. 12 is Cleveland Pirates at 2-8. We talked about them. They still have a chance to get into the out of relocation status, so we'll see if they can do good. Number 11 is the Charlotte Bats at 3-7. They still have a chance to get in the playoffs. Very hard, but they could. Number 10 is the LA Earthquake at 4-6. I think they're the worst 4-6 team. They lost twice to the Charlotte Bats. Doing pretty bad. They started 2-1, so what's that? They went 2-5 for the last 7 games, so that's not great. New York Businessmen at number 9. I've been 4-6, losing to Atlanta. I had these guys making noise in the playoffs earlier in the season. I thought this was gonna be a good team, but they kind of let me down over these last few weeks. So I don't know what to really think about the New York Businessmen. They got their butts whooped by the Natives a couple weeks back. Now they lost to the Predators. I don't know. New York's starting to look more and more like last year New York again. So that team does need developing a lot of young people. 8 is the Kansas City Wind at 4-6. Just again, we talked about them. I think it was like 1-5 the last 6 games. For some reason, I still like putting them up there because I think they make games close, 35-30 against the Pitchers. Yeah, I don't think this one was close against the Natives. I think it was at least a 2-score game. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah. Number 7 is the Minneapolis Pitchers. I think they're the best 4-6 team. Just getting really unlucky, I think, against the Pirates. Wow, but I gotta give props where props is due. As much as I actually do like the Cleveland Pirates, believe it or not. I kind of like them. They used to be divisional rivals when I liked Minneapolis and Detroit, so you think I'd hate them. But no, I'm really rooting for Cleveland. I want them to stay at Cleveland. It's kind of cool. I kind of like that. But I like Pirates. Yeah, their defense, they shut down Tony Daxton in that offense to the very end there where they had that drive. But yeah, it was good. Good game. Number 6, I have the Atlanta Predators 5-5, 2 5-5 teams. Atlanta, I know it's my team, but we have a lot to prove. We might make the playoffs with a win here. I think that'd probably clinch it for us. But we have a lot to prove if we want to make noise in the playoffs. Number 5, I have the Houston Fortress. They're getting hot at the right time. We're at the end of the season, maybe getting hot a little too early, but Houston, they're looking like they can make noise. I would not be surprised if you see a Houston in the JSL Championship. They're that good. They lack some of the weapons on offense, so maybe if they fight a better team at defense like Natives or Musicians, I could put them in a tough road, but watch out for those Enforcers, man. They have a defense that's stellar. 4, I have the Phoenix Steel Monsters at 7-3. Losing 2 straight. 1 to Houston, 1 to Detroit. 2 tougher teams. But if you want to be the top contender, you got to fight with the top dogs. Phoenix, I think they kept both games close relatively. So I got to give them props where it's due. But against the other teams that are still left, I think Phoenix is where they go. Great team. I don't think they have championship contender. They are the star. 3 is Seattle Natives at 7-3. Been getting super hot. Kermit Poe looking like he's going to be the MVP for sure. Took there a little. Making he's been getting a lot of touchdowns recent. And then he's converting those running touchdowns to passing touchdowns too now. So pretty good from. Number 2, you got the Detroit Power 7-3. I think they're the best 7-3 team. 6 straight wins, 6-0 their last 6. Ooh, Detroit beating New Orleans, the best team in the league, who I thought was in my decision. They had the number 1 defense, really solid offense. Well, I can't look at their offense because I'm spoiling. But I'll tell you what the top is. Like, if they're in the top 6, top 3, that's as far as we go. Top. They are, hold on, where are they? Oh, I have one of the teams in there twice. Yeah, why do I always do that? It's so weird. I just gotta make sure which one they are. Yeah, that's them. Okay, hold on. Let me change that real quick. But they are a top 6 team in offense. So they're top half of the league, and they're pretty good actually in that top 6. We'll get to that later. But yeah, good team on both sides. And Detroit beat them. Like, I don't know, man. I wish I'd be. Well, Detroit's still my second favorite team, but I'm always rooting for them at heart. But if I'm playing them, it's always my Predators fan. But yeah. Then we got who would it be? Number 1 team, still in the league. By default, I would have put Power above if it wasn't by record. 8-2. And the New Orleans Musicians. Rough game against Power. Steph's guys gonna get going, and hopefully that doesn't convert into the playoffs because I really think this team could win the JSFL championship. They're definitely. I would be shocked if they didn't make the JSFL championship. At least the divisional. If they get hit out in the wild card, they're probably gonna get a bye actually if I think about it. But if they get hit out in the divisional, I'd be shocked. I don't know. This team's just too sound to go out so early. Too sound to get really knocked out. The only teams I really see, I could see any of the top 5 really upsetting them. Houston would be a really hard upset. Phoenix would be a hard upset. Seattle, I could see it. And Detroit, I could see it. So I can only see really Detroit and Seattle knocking them off. Just by weaknesses. There you go, yeah. MVP rates, we got number 10, Tony Jackson, the rookie, get his name in there, 233. Oh, you don't really know that. That's how we do the scoring, by stats. Mid-apps pictures. Number 9, I got Owen Castles of the New Orleans Musicians. Number 8, Russ Williams of the LA Earthquake. Number 7, Willie Rogers of the Kansas City Wind. Number 6, Joey Adams of the Charlotte Bats. Number 5, Brian Tepps of the Phoenix Steel Monsters. Number 4, Julio Jokes of the Phoenix Steel Monsters. Number 3, Sean Richardson of the Detroit Power. Number 2, Taylor Little of the Detroit Power. And number 1, Kermit Poe of the Seattle Natives. So there you go for your MVP race. Going back into that kind of standings part, we'll go into the playoff picture. Relocation stats of the Cleveland Pirates at 2-8. In the hunt, number 2 seed in the hunt is the Kansas City Wind at 4-6. Number 1 seed Minneapolis Fishers at 4-6. Number 6 seed in the playoffs now, Houston Enforcers at 5-5. Number 5 seed is, why does it say Atlanta Predators? It's supposed to be Phoenix Steel Monsters. Jeez, what am I doing when I'm writing these? Phoenix Steel Monsters at number 5. But number 4 seed would be the Atlanta Predators. Probably think the Monsters go Predators twice. 3 is the Seattle Natives at 7-3. Yeah, so I have Seattle actually being over the division now, as they saw in the standings. Number 2, Detroit Power at 7-3. And number 1, New Orleans Musicians at 8-2. And that is your playoff picture. And there you go. Now we got top 10 in receiving yards. We'll do this real quick. I added this as a nice little thing to see who's leading, who could take charge. 10, Landon Dante at 487. 9, Mario Bowen at 504. Number 8, Carlton Sanchez, 520. 7, Eric Fitzgerald, 584. 6, Tracy Davis, 594. For the last 5, I'll name the teams. Forgot about that. Thomas Wagner, 636 from the Kansas City Wind. Number 4, Timothy Morgan, 662 from the Seattle Natives. 3, Wilbur Lamb, 735 of the Minneapolis Fishers. Number 2, Tyler Jackson, 784 from the Charlotte Bats. And number 1, Albert Moore, 800 from LA Earthquake. And if we look at the record books, receiving yards, 786 set by Wilbur Lamb. And that is broken already by Albert Moore. So, sorry, Lamb, you're gone. Because Albert Moore right now on pace to break that record. A few records have already been broken this year. Another one. 717. Maybe quarterback yards could be broken. Touchdowns. I don't think that's gonna be broken this year. I think Kurt Pubb's got that record kept. Completions. I think that's actually gonna be broken. Attempts maybe. We're not gonna go through it. We'll make another time. We'll go through it another time. Probably at the end of the year. So that's that. Let's go into quarterback, tops, offense, and defense. Or not quarterback, just quarterback. Not just quarterback, everything. Let's go offense, defense. Offensively, the worst offense in the league still is New York Businessmen. Number 11, Atlanta Predators. Number 10, Houston Enforcers. Number 9, Cleveland Pirates. Number 8, Phoenix Gil Monsters. Number 7, Charlotte Bats. Number 6, Detroit Howard. Number 5, New Orleans Musicians. So there you go. Top 6 defense. Top 6 offense. As I said, they're number 5. Number 4, LA Earthquake. Number 3, Minneapolis Fishers. Number 2, Seattle Natives. And number 1, Kansas City Wind still holding that number 1 offense. Rushing offenses, number 12 is the Charlotte Bats. Number 11, Minneapolis Fishers. 10, LA Earthquake. Number 9, New York Bisman. Number 8, Kansas City Wind. Number 7, Cleveland Pirates. Number 6, Atlanta Predators. Number 5, New Orleans Musicians. Number 4, Houston Enforcers. Number 3, Seattle Natives. Number 2, Phoenix Gil Monsters. And number 1 is the Detroit Power. Keeping that strong rushing offense with Steve Watts, Taylor Little, Sean Richardson. Passing offense is the worst in the league is the Atlanta Predators at number 12. Number 11, you got the Detroit Power. Number 10, Houston Enforcers. Number 9, New York Businessmen. Number 8, Phoenix Gil Monsters. Number 7, you got those Cleveland Pirates. Number 6, the New Orleans Musicians. Number 5, you got the Seattle Natives. Number 4, you got Charlotte Bats. Number 3, LA Earthquake. And number 2, Minneapolis Fishers, who went up a spot. And number 1 is the Kansas City Wind, still holding that spot strong. There you go for offense and defensive. Coming up, number 12, the worst defense in the league still. Holding that spot is Kansas City Wind. Losing all their players, tough on them. Number 11, Atlanta Predators. Number 10, Minneapolis Fishers. Number 9, Charlotte Bats. Number 8, New York Businessmen. Number 7, Cleveland Pirates. Number 6, Detroit Power. Number 5, Phoenix Gil Monsters. Number 4, LA Earthquake. Number 3, Seattle Natives. Number 2, Houston Enforcers. And number 1, New Orleans Musicians. Still holding that spot. Defensive run stoppers. Number 12, defensive against the run. Number 12, Kansas City Wind. Number 11, LA Earthquake. Number 10, Charlotte Bats. Number 9, New York Businessmen. Number 8, Minneapolis Fishers. Number 7, Cleveland Pirates. Number 6, Atlanta Predators. Number 5, Phoenix Gil Monsters. Number 4, New Orleans Musicians. Number 3, Detroit Power. Number 2, Seattle Natives. Number 1, Houston Enforcers. Still hold that number 1 run defense. Will not let Musicians take it away from them, or Natives, or Power, I guess. They're new into that area. Defensively against the pass, number 12, Kansas City Wind. Number 11, Atlanta Predators. Number 10, Minneapolis Fishers. Number 9, Detroit Power. Number 8, Cleveland Pirates. Number 7, New York Businessmen. Number 6, Charlotte Bats. Number 5, Phoenix Gil Monsters. Number 4, Houston Enforcers. Number 3, Seattle Natives. Number 2, LA Earthquake. And number 1, New Orleans Musicians. There's offensive, defensively. Oh, big list. Done. Now we got quarterback tops, halfback tops, wide receiver tight end tops, and defensive tops. Quarterback tops, completions. Tony Jackson leading the league 233. Attempts, Tony Jackson 335. Yards, Kyle Shooter 710. Touchdown, Sean Richardson and Kermit Poe now tied at 16. Interceptions, Terry Foster breaking the record at 17. Halfback tops attempts are Taylor Little with 196. Yards, Taylor Little 1,164. Touchdowns, Willie Rogers at 12. Broken tackles, Taylor Little at 47. Wide receiver tight end tops receptions. Danny Edwards, the rookie tight end from Houston at 63. Yards, Albert Moore at 800 from LA Earthquake. Touchdowns, Warren Bishop and Ron Foyle still holding that number 6. Defensive tops, solo tackles, Dan Marino at 59 from Atlanta Predators. Assist, Gary Riley and David Medina, now tying Riley at 47. Gary Riley from Cleveland and David Medina from the Detroit Power. Tackles for loss, Luke Frankie with 18 from Kansas City win. Sacks, Roland Levis 23.5. Didn't have a sack this week, surprising. I think that might be the first time this season. From the LA Earthquake. Turnovers, Byron backdragging going to his total with 8 from the Phoenix Monsters. Quarterback tight end tops are done. And what I was going to go over today actually was the free agents we have in store. I don't think I went over this yet. So let's just go over the numbers quick. I'm not going to tell you what I think or predictions. That will be for free agency, or I won't go predictions. I'll just tell you what happened. Here are the free agents that are coming up this season for the New York Businessmen. Let's start off. Evan Flats, the running back. Owen Fox, the wide receiver. Ken Jones, offensive lineman. Robbie Reed's DT. There you go. New York, not too many pressing needs. Oh, I also graded their top 3 guys, so yes, New York does not have that. But number 3, I'd probably put Robbie Reed's. Number 2, Evan Flats. Number 1, Ken Jones. That was not that hard. Charlotte with a few more. Roger Andes, running back. Jack Knott, tight end. Carl Cox, tight end. Rick Red, tackle. John Joseph, guard. Carlos Slays, defensive end. Gerald Lush, DT. Their 3 best ones are Gerald Lush at 3, Jack Knott 2, 1, Carl Cox. These are my opinion. Not overall wise. Okay, Atlanta Predators, your free agents are Trevor Cancer, running back. Eric Shady, tight end. Israel Kubert, guard. Mitch Hazard, center. Nick Wentz, guard. Payne Weddis, defensive tackle. Philip Fagg, defensive tackle. Andy Sandoval, corner. Adam Carts, free safety. Or now linebacker, I guess he was moved to. And Josh Carls, safety. Top 3 for them are Eric Shady, Josh Carls, Payne Weddis. There you go. That's some pretty big ones. Hopefully we can keep on to them old defensive guys, I think, too. Besides Eric Shady. New Orleans, their free agents are Seth Guys, quarterback. Leonard Roy, running back. Jesse Flowers, tight end. Barrett Mathias, guard. Jamal Saul, defensive end. And Joseph Davis, corner. Their top 3 are Seth Guys, Jesse Flowers, and Barrett Mathias. Houston Enforcers. Alfred Norris, running back. Ted Evans, running back. Malcolm Perry, guard. Guard or tackle, I can't remember. Mel Dexter, tackle. Mickey Keel, DT. Defensive tackle. Ulises Shackelford, corner. John Reed, free safety. Raymond Mitchell, strong safety. Their top 3 are Alfred Norris, Ulises Shackelford, and John Reed. Then you got the Phoenix Gila Monsters. Their free agents, they have a lot, by the way. Brian Tepps, quarterback. Julio Jokes, running back. Hank Whoop, wide receiver. Neil Mendoza, wide receiver. Jake Reed, tight end. DJ Drake, tackle. Riley Kopp, center. Dale Schott, defensive end. Corey Randall. It's Corey Randall. Defensive tackle. Jordan Jackson, the linebacker. Byron Baxter, corner. Carlos Young, corner. Alfred Ford, corner. Wow, all 3 corners? I didn't even notice that till now. Dexter Seck, safety. The top 3 are, it was hard to do, but Julio Jokes, Brian Tepps, and Byron Baxter. They are 3 elite players up for grabs. Hopefully they can corral them all back. All right, we got for Kansas City win Joe Parker, quarterback. Tracy Davis, wide receiver. Thomas Wagner, wide receiver. Terry Neal, tackle. Edgar Johnson, guard. Craig Snyder, center, I believe, or guard. Hollis Dugan, defensive end. Eddie Stocks, defensive tackle. Roland Murray, corner. Sean Martinez, safety. Their top 3 are Sean Martinez, Tracy Davis, and Edgar Johnson. What's that? We're over halfway. We got 7 out of 12. LA's Earthquakes, they got the least amount of veteran free agents. Bill Sanders, running back. Matthew Walker, wide receiver. And Benjamin Jones, defensive tackle. Their top 3, they're all of them. Bill Sanders, Matthew Walker, Benjamin Jones. Seattle Natives, they got Henry Harris, running back. Dallas Crawford, wide receiver. Jordan Penna, tackle. Boyd Ainsworth, center or guard, I can't remember which one. Ernest Coleman, defensive end. Sheldon Lee, free safety. Bruce Goodman, strong safety. Their top 3 are Sheldon Lee, Dallas Crawford, and Ernest Coleman. Pretty good for them. Then we got Minneapolis Fishers, not safeties, free agents. Wilbur Lamb, wide receiver. Lowell Snyder, tight end. Ramiro Murphy, I believe he's a guard. Mitchell Phelps, corner. Lawrence Freeman, safety. Your top 3 are Mitchell Phelps, Lowell Snyder, and Wilbur Lamb. Detroit, their guys are Steve Watts, running back. Hugh Brooks, wide receiver. Herbert Kelly, guard or center. Pretty sure he's guard. Angel Parks, tackle. William Torres, linebacker. Terrence Chandler, linebacker. Elias Moss, safety. Their top 3 are Steve Watts, Herbert Kelly, and Hugh Brooks. So some pretty important offensive keys on the chopping block for Power. And finally, you got the Cleveland Pirates. Emilio Jefferson, fullback, only fullback. Pablo Godwin, tight end. Perry Webb, guard. Josh Todd, defensive end. Al Macy, defensive end. Don Pagan, defensive end. Ben Mullins, corner. Dustin Shelton, corner. Corey Banks, safety. Wilfred Manning, safety. Their top three: Ben Mullins, Pablo Godwin, and Dustin Shelton. So there you go. Those are your free agents. I could go over the top 25 list I made for that, and I quickly will. These were based on the top 3 players, not so. This isn't the top 25 in general. So I'll quickly go over this. I'm not going to talk about too much. Number 25 would be. Number 20. No, I did 36. Holy crap. Let's just go from the top 25. Carl Cox, 25, 24. Dustin Shelton, 23. Mitchell Phelps, 22. Lowell Snyder, 21. Seth Skies, 20. Steve Watts, 19. Ulysses Shackelford, 18. Sean Martinez, 17. Wilbur Leon, 16. Eric Chady, 15. Tracy Davis, 14. Barrett Mathias, 13. Sheldon Lee, 12. Jesse Flowers, 11th. Alex Crawford, 10th. Herbert Kelly, 9th. Julio Jokes, 8th. Josh Carl, 7th. Ernest Coleman, 6th. Edgar Johnson, 5. Hugh Brooks, 4. John Reed, 3. Brian Tepps, 2. Peyton West, and number 1. Byron Baxter. This could be a little interchangeable. I made it a couple weeks ago, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. And here's what I have the quarterback free agents, or not free agents, not quarterback free agents, free agent grading. So the quarterbacks, I'd give them a B minus in the class for the free agent class. Halfbacks, I'd give it a B plus. Wide receiver, I give it A. Tight end, an A. O line, an A plus. Really good O line. D line, B. Linebacker, C minus. Secondary, A plus. So the worst would be the linebackers, and then best you want to go for if you're team the O line secondary. This free agent class is for you. There you go. That is it for that. Let's go into rank. We're just gonna go into predictions, not bold predictions, because I suck at those. But so yeah, and then there should be 3 minutes to wrap up the podcast at the usual 30 minutes. Week 11, Thursday night prime time. The New York Bismen at 4-6 head to the 5-5 Houston Enforcers. Houston. I know the logical reason usually doesn't sound right on this, but I'm going Houston. Ooh, if they let me down, I'm gonna be. And if Atlanta loses this one and New York actually beats Houston, I'm giving New York the division for next week. Because if you beat Houston, New York, it's pretty good. They're one of the top league contenders. They're right out top. I think they're gonna get. I think they can make waves in the playoffs. So be a good thing if New York wouldn't be necessarily a good thing, but it would be really cool if the New York Bismen could win. So but I'm gonna give it to Houston. Natives and Gila Monsters, give me to the Natives. This will actually see who's in the lead for their division. Oh shoot, maybe Gila Monsters have to be the top, but I guess it's not the playoffs, so it doesn't really matter with the playoff picture. But I can't remember who won the go between them earlier in the season. So, but give me the Natives. Gila Monsters will probably keep their loot streak. I'm thinking Pirates, but the Gila Monsters play the Natives pretty competitively. But Kermit Poke's super hot right now. Pirates at power. Give me the power. No way. I'm not even gonna go over this. If the Pirates win, I will make a Kendall Hastings jersey. I'll do it. I'll do it. Ugh, okay. Then you got Earthquake at Fishers. Hmm. No way. I think the Fishers win this. Earthquake could be competitive, but if the Earthquake do have a good pass defense. Hoskins, rookie linebackers, Roland Lemus. Ronaldo Hoskins, Roland Lemus. Oh, let's think offensively. I'm going to go Minneapolis, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Earthquake won. Go 50-50. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm going to give it to Minneapolis just because I like the Fishers more. Predators at Musicians. Okay, I know I thought the Predators would lose to the Bismen, but there's no way we're beating the Musicians. But you want to know what? I need something bold. Give me the Atlanta Predators. We're going to beat the Musicians, guys. Don't worry about it. And then you got the win at the Bats for Monday Night Primetime. Do I think the Bats are competitive enough? Yeah. Bats. We'll go Bats. We'll be really bold at the end. So yeah, I think as I said, Kansas City 1 for 5. Even though the Bats, what's the Bats defense rank? 9. Ooh. Can Edward Phillips say kind of hot? He's been relatively hot these last few weeks. Do I think that? Do I? Be considering. We'll just say Shiraz about 9. Bats, that's a risky move. But honestly, is it going to hurt me any? No. We're going bats. Staying bold here. Oh, a little over 30 minutes, but we're good. That was before Week 11 podcast. I will see you in Week 11 Thursday night primetime New York. Bisman. Head into Houston to fight on those Houston Enforcers. See you then.